a great artist for y'all tonight, all right? His name is Glenn Jones. Glenn Jones, how are you out there?
I'm great. How you doing, Pick?
Absolutely fabulous.
Great.
Yes. So we're going to get the folks on here, Glenn. We're going to ask them to tag their friends.
Okay.
Grab an easy chair. Put the kids to bed. Because as you know, this is the late night show, all right? So grab a glass of wine, get comfortable. You know, we sip a little bit moderately around here, you know? We try to keep it real cool, you know what I'm saying, Glenn?
Yeah, no doubt.
It's wonderful having my man Glenn on deck with us. It's been a while since I seen you, Glenn.
Yeah, man, too long.
Well, you know what? Thanks to technology, we can reach out and touch each other now, can't we?
There you go. There you go. Wonderful.
So everybody, get your friends on in here. We got this great artist that we're going to sit here and talk about and get this great music going on from the past and in the present. And once again, when you tag your friends, you got to let them know that when you're here with us, I only have eyes for you, okay? So come on in and dig on this good music, okay? And now we're gonna let that flute wrap around your soul. Check it out, y'all. All right, looks like we have to say a nice good evening to Jenny. How you doing, Jenny? And we've got Priscilla, who is now Pua. Hey, Pua. How's it going? We got Jackie. How you doing, Jackie, this evening? We got Glenn Jones here with us tonight, y'all, okay? Shalom, Percival, Israel. How you doing? We'll say good evening to Johnny Davis. How you doing, Johnny? And Melissa, how you doing tonight, girl? Shalom, Nora. How you doing, girl? Good evening, Paul. How you doing tonight? Tabula, how you doing tonight? And Jenny is saying hey to you too, Glenn.
Hi there, Jenny.
area and you came out to see my man Glenn tonight. Okay, bringing that Louisiana love, girl.
All right.
Linda, home girl. We got Glenn. Linda, that's our school right there, girl. Shoot. Hey, how you doing, Paul? Denaya, shalom. How you doing, girl? Atara, you came back to see us. How you doing? Thanks, Paul. Clear my voice here. Well, good evening, everyone. And tonight we have a very, very nice show ready for you guys tonight because we have Mr. Glenn Jones. Glenn Jones, come on in here and talk to us real quick.
What's up, Pick? What's up, man?
Yeah, man. People are like excited to have you on board, you know, and they're going to be coming in as we go. So what I wanted to do first, Glenn, if it's okay with you, I wanted to break out a couple of the new songs while people are jumping in, and then we'll hit them again before you know, you jet out of here. So then we'll get into the classics.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So we got something new, you guys, with Regina Belle. Oh, y'all know my lovely Regina Belle. They did a duet together. And how did that come about, Glenn? Love by Design.
Oh, well, I've known Regina forever, you know, 30 years or so, and we worked together before. We did a record back in, I believe that was in 2007. We did a record called From Now On, which was a beautiful ballad. It was produced by Barry Eastman.
Oh,
and we did that.
Man,
and yeah. So, and her brother Bernard, you know, he and I, you know, we've always been tight. You know,
that's right. I remember that. Yeah, Bernard, you and Bernard were tight.
Yeah. Bernard, he and I, we co-wrote I've Been Searching.
Right.
Together.
Okay. One of your hits.
It was a big record for me, and we co-wrote some other things. And so there's a guy named James Day from Connecticut. And I got familiar with James about 2 years ago, and he knew that I was working on my new project. So he sent me this song. And when he sent the song, I immediately heard Regina singing it. You know, it was a Love by Design song.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke to her, and I told her I would send it to her. I sent it, and she loved it. The next thing I know, we were in the studio here in Atlanta, cutting the song. You know,
wow,
and that was it. You know.
Well, that's more than it, because we get ready to play for y'all right now. This is Love by Design. This is Glenn Jones and Regina Belle. Y'all check it out.
We can play the notes as they were written.
Sound like yesterday.
We can color in between the lines. We could both release our inhibition. Create a love that's only yours and mine.
Let's make love by our own design.
Ooh, let's make love by our own design.
We can do all the things we can keep it inside. Let's make love.
Let's make love.
Let's make love.
to Regina Bell. Smooth sound that we like around here, Glenn.
Right on.
Wow, that's so beautiful. What y'all think about that? That's Regina Bell and Glenn. Glenn Jones. Now that's what I'm talking about, man. That's a great combination of voices too.
Thank
wow,
you.
Man.
Yeah.
So that worked, you know.
Yeah.
And Barry Eastman.
Little something for the grown folk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know. That's what we try to be here, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't know.
We try to put the kids to bed and kind of do our thing out here at night. We relax, you know, because it's been a long day. And, you know, it's always good to groups and some beautiful music and some great voices, man. I so appreciate you guys. It's been, you know, what I was thinking about, Barry Eastman and you. And can you see me from on your phone or whatever? Are you watching the show?
No, I can't.
You haven't figured
technical difficulties here, but that's all right.
Well, the reason why, because, you know, you haven't seen me. I got my beard going on, and it's all white, you know.
Yeah, well, I saw you in your video, you know, the gospel cut, the inspirational cut. Yes,
yeah.
I see you looking like Moses, you know what I'm saying?
Word. Matter of fact, I think the last time we saw each other was when we was in France together doing the show out in France, huh? Was that the last time?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
wow.
I had a ball there, man. And such a great time, you know, meeting you and hanging out with you, man. I really would like to do that again, you know?
Yeah, we got time, you know what I mean? We're going to keep it moving. And this next one, I really love this new one. This is called You and Me. This is one of your new ones. You know, like I said, I wanted to break out with some new stuff before we, you know, hit everybody in the head with those classic joints, you know what I mean?
Right.
So everybody, this is called You and Me, and this is something new by Glenn Jones. And his voice is, as you can see, he's still sounding absolutely fabulous like he did yesterday. So check this one out here, y'all. You and Me. Mm-hmm. Hey, Yochana, how you doing, girl? Yeah, Meg, we got Glenn Jones here tonight, girl. How you doing, Ennis? Nico.
How would you feel if I asked you to spend your whole life with me? Yeah. Baby, believe in me, 'cause a stronger love for you from someone else, it could never be. Saying it's real, it's real, it's real. I never felt this way before. So say you'll be mine. Together we will open every door. Oh, baby. You and me. Together forever. You and me.
Paul said it's only just begun, Glenn.
Maybe we can make it right. We'll be together forever. You and me.
Meg says it's good to see you again, Glenn. It's been a long time.
When I was down, my love, you came along and picked me up and made me strong. Yes, it's true, baby. My love for you makes the night too short and my days too long. Yeah.
You feeling that, Paul? What?
Sunshine on a cloudy day. And I thank you for helping me to take this lonely dance away. Yeah. Together forever. You and me.
Denaya says, Shalom, Glenn Jones.
You and me belong together, sharing everything that we do. Yeah. Ooh.
Hey, Sonia.
You give me, I give you. Ooh,
Cousin
baby.
Tahisha.
Baby, we can make it right. We'll be together forever. All right.
It's got a little jazzy feel up under there, Glenn.
Oh yeah.
Come on, baby. Step, step, side to side.
Callow Bell says you always sound great, bro. Keep doing great things.
Thank you. Yeah, that jazzy guitar thing, that's Nick Coleon, man. One
Oh,
and
snap.
only.
All right.
Yeah. So we have two versions. This actually is what we consider to be the R&B version we're listening to, and then there's another smooth jazz version, which Nick has featured even more. So I was blessed to have cats like him. I got a cut that I've featured Kim Waters on called "All of My Heart."
Okay.
Oh man, it's beautiful, man. It's just and I've got my niece Iana Crawley.
Mhm.
She was the Sunday's Best winner in '09. She won Sunday's Best. So we're doing a song called Family Time. And I have an inspirational song that I did with my wife, Genovia Jeter. We did a song called Trust in Me. So it's it's very diverse, the album, man. And we got some great songs and some great producers, and just I feel blessed to have to have done a project like this.
Yeah, it's a beautiful sound so far that I've been hearing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, because we're not on like the major records and we're not all over the radio, but they have a good time hearing that you're still doing your thing, you're still traveling the world.
Yes.
You've been touring, of course. People
Yeah.
y'all need to check that calendar on Glenn Jones and tune
Yeah.
into where's your Facebook and all that stuff. What do they do? How do they find
Well, all
you?
they got to do if they want to go to my website, just go to glennjonesmusic.com. If
Okay.
you want to hit me up at IG, it's Real Glenn Jones, and Twitter, Real Glenn Jones, and Facebook, just Glenn Jones.
That's good. See, y'all gotta find him. Find out he might be right in your town and y'all not even knowing it. You can check him
That's
out.
right. That's
And
right.
and above all, this record that he's working on, I think you said it was going to be out in February, right?
Yes, it's done, man. We just I forgot to mention that Chucky Booker, he did a slamming track. He did a cut called Cookout. I can't wait for that to be released.
And
So
we ain't got it here. What's up with that?
no,
Chucky
hey, bro,
Booker?
you bout to have it though. You bout to have it.
I got to play the goods, the new stuff, right?
Yeah,
Well, we getting
bro.
ready to drop some old stuff on you right now. We getting ready to talk about Can You Show Me? What? Here
No
we
doubt.
go. This is Glenn Jones. Y'all know this one. This is Show Me. Let's check him out. Oh, yeah. Bringing that sound back, y'all. take them back, Glenn.
I've been
Yes, sir.
watching you just to see how far you would go. You're gonna have to prove, make that move and let it show.
We keeping it smooth, yo, with Glenn Jones.
I know it's getting late and you gotta go home. But before you go, baby, just show me what I gotta do.
That's by your China.
And baby, if you love me, I'll do anything for you. Oh, it's hard for you and me to put our feelings on display. But if you look into my eyes, you know why I feel this way, baby. I know
I hear you, Jenny.
it's getting late and you gotta go home. But before you go, baby, just show me what I gotta do. My sweet thing, and baby, if you love me, I'll do anything for you. Oh, baby, come on, man, show me.
I feel you, Aniko. Real music, right? Melissa says she loves it, Glenn.
Baby, but before
Nice.
you go, come on and show me. I
Thank you so much, China. Most High in Christ bless you.
But before you go, baby, open up and let me in, baby.
See Matthews? LaSern Matthews. Yes, he's still doing his thing. I feel you, Dina. Oh, yeah. What was that like back in the days, Glenn? Tell it to me.
Oh man, it was crazy, man. That was
That was a big smash for you.
yeah, that was a huge record. My friend LaForest Cope, we call her Lala. She wrote that, and she's the
Lala,
same-
yeah.
yeah.
Lala from,
same young lady. Wrote "You Give Good Love."
You
Whitney
Could Give
Houston.
Love.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's my girl, man. I think today was her birthday, I believe. So I
Okay.
wish her happy birthday. But amazing writer, man. It was an amazing time. I was early in my career, in the R&B portion of it, the secular music portion. And Lala was actually one of the writers working on the Kashif's
On the Kashif, right.
production company. Right. And so they got the project, and she and Wayne Brathwaite and another cat named Steve Horton, they produced, I think, about 3 or 4 songs on me, man. It was an amazing time, man.
Another
Matter
big
of
name.
fact, Freddie Jackson is singing background vocals.
Word up. Well, everybody always used to put y'all two together anyway.
Yeah, he teases me when he sees me, man. He tells me, Glenn Jones, I made you. Because I sung on, I say, man, you crazy. That's my friend. That's the way we just, tease with one another. But that was a time when, it was a community of people, like myself, Lala, Freddie Jackson, Melissa Morgan, so many great, so many great writers and singers and musicians, man. So it was great.
And what about bringing back old names? How about a name called Vasal Benford?
Man, yeah, for real, and that's the funny thing, man. It's like, we can go on and on. You talk about how it's such a small world, even in moving around right now, I run across people, and you know, we have so many people in common, man. It's just crazy.
Because you was in a group prior to all of this. Was it Boys Club through Fasal and Herschel? Was it back in the day?
Actually, no. I came when I started singing R&B. I had always been a gospel singer. I had a group from Jacksonville, Florida, called the Modulations, and we were signed. I was signed to Savoy Records by Reverend James Cleveland.
Okay. Ooh.
And recorded my first album in L.A. in Ray Charles' studio, RPM. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. And then I met Norman Connors, and I did a record with Norman Connors, and I was featured on called Melancholy Fire. Wow. And that went top 15. And the next thing you know, I had a deal with RCA, and then, you know, that was it.
Wow. Okay, man. Well, listen, I got a big one I've been waiting to play. You know, this is one of those records. You know what I'm saying? Because we just begun this whole thing yet. And we just beginning, baby. Here it goes.
Right.
Glenn Jones. We only just begun.
That's right.
Here we go. Check it out, y'all. When songs had meaning.
Yes, sir.
We've only just begun. The romance is not over. Got a lot of love to give.
All right, y'all, come on.
We've only just begun. The romance is not over.
It ain't
I got
over.
so much love to give. I remember oh so well when I first held your hand and we started to dance.
How you doing, Lisa?
I had this awesome crush on you,
What's good, Mario?
hoping deep down inside that you wanted me to. And now we're here together, preparing ourselves
Nora, you's two-stepping, girl.
for the future.
I hear you, Nora.
Yeah. 'Cause there's so much that we can do. Oh, girl, let me show you. We've only just begun. The romance is not over. And got a lot of love to give. We've only just begun. The romance is not over. I got so much love to give. Let's go to our favorite place. Ooh, close to the fire. And let our passions run wild. And love the night away. I'm just dying to please you. Oh, I'll never leave you.
I got you at that side.
Oh, girl, let's stay close.
She said that's her jam, Glenn.
And get lost
All right.
in each other's love.
Always good to hear that.
'Cause there's so much more that we
Tonight is sending you a bunch of red hearts.
love you, girl, and I'm gonna show you.
Lisa said one of her favorites, Red Heart.
The romance is not over. We got a lot of love to give.
This is Glenn Jones. Glenn Jones, everyone.
We've just begun. The romance is not over. I got so much love to give.
I'm glad to have you here, though. So that's Glenn Jones you're checking out.
Girl, I think that I love you too much. I wanna be with you every day. I'm gonna always be your lover. I believe we need each other.
Shalom, Katrina. Glad you came to join us.
We've only just begun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm yours forever.
Y'all got to tag your friends up on my man.
I really need you so.
Get them on up in here.
I got so much more love to give, baby. Don't
What? That's right. He's got a lot more love to give y'all. That song said, take you back when we had respect for our women, Glenn.
Yes, yes. Got that right. Gonna make you say, feels so good to me. Keep on doing what you're doing.
I think it's Estina is her name. She said, nice to come home and hear some sweet music like this. That's
wow.
Beautiful. Well, I'll tell you, it was a time when there was a lot of love in the air. And sometimes when you hear a song like that, Glenn, it kind of reminds you of what you was doing around that time period. You know, it always brings that reminiscent feeling, you know, especially if you had somebody nice with you, you know what I mean?
That's what music does, man.
Yeah.
It takes you places, takes you back to different times and, you know, just different feelings, you know?
Yeah, because, you know, a lot of times, well, music is supposed to, you know, open up all kinds of avenues, especially if you have a sad heart or happy heart or, you know, going through some changes and you need a little lift up or whatever it do. And, you know, when you hear those positive songs, which I don't hear a lot of them on the radio, which means I don't really listen to a lot of radio.
Right, yeah.
But, you know, it's so good to hear these songs come back, and it's good to have people like you telling the stories about what it was like back in the days when we were doing songs like these, you know?
Well, you know, that's really all I've ever done, man. You know, I think that's why I was kind of categorized as a balladeer, because I was, you know, very particular about the songs that I did. And I just, you know, I wanted to be able to, you know, sing songs that would compliment women and uplift them, you know, and let them know how much, you know, they mean, you know, to us, you know, and what a gift they are. And that was my thing, man. And I'm still doing the same thing right now, you know?
Right, right. And that's why you fit really good on the Prince David Late Night Show, because as you know, I've tried to represent the same thing through my career as well.
Yes, sir.
And you know, I don't like the kind of music that is talking about let me lick you all up and down, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That's a little bit over the top. You know.
Yeah, well, you know, some things are better left for the bedroom. You know, if you want to, you know, say that or do that. But you know, I can only, you know, make the call for myself. I do what I do because of who I am, and I think it served me well. And I think that's why, you know, I've been able to sustain myself down through the years, because there are a lot of things going on in the world now, man. You know, a lot of things, particularly, you know, with the hashtag Me Too movement, and just, you know, seeing how, you know, women have been, you know, how they've been treated for a long time.
Right.
And, you know, women, they're a gift from God, you know. He gave, you know, you know, for us, you know, for us to have someone to grow old with and live our lives and just, you know, just be able to, you know, raise our families and all that kind of stuff, man. So that's what it's about. And I can't, you know, I never wanted to do a song that I wouldn't be comfortable with my mother hearing. You know, that was my, you know, so, and I came out of a church, you know, a Pentecostal church, you know, was raised in that. And, but even though I switched to R&B or secular music, my mother had never had a problem with it because of the kind of songs that I was doing.
Right, right.
And that was important to me, you know?
Right. Well, women have been a pillar of rest, where they try to be, and we try to have them not to be a pillar of stress. See, we try to keep them on. Yeah, well, we have to do things to kind of keep everything good. Now, what was you searching for when I've been searching?
Oh man, I was searching for a lot of things, man. One thing I was searching for a smash record, you know.
Hey, how about that? Something that we need back then, didn't we? Boy, you had to have a hit, man, because if you didn't, you was just going to get swept under the rug.
Right, and you know what? It wasn't like, you know, you run in and do a hit in 15 minutes. I mean, you worked on it. You had to rewrite sometimes, you know. We had a formula, you know, and we wrote bridges and, you know, and B sections and all that stuff. But now you do a loop, you know, and that's it, you know, so. Yeah.
Well, listen, we're going to go back again. I've been searching. This is Glenn Jones, y'all. Let's take y'all back to yesterday when there was a lot of love in the air and Glenn Jones was on your radio. Thank you, Nora. Just saying, Surface and Glenn should do a song, Glenn.
Hey.
Word up.
Instead of word, baby.
You know that's right.
Yeah.
You're trying to say yes, yes, sing it.
You were the best thing, baby, to ever come into my life. When you never had to worry.
Princess, how you doing, girl?
You kept me so satisfied. Every time I think about
Paul said, well said, Glenn.
Right.
It just blows my mind. How could I let you get away?
My man, Punchy.
I must have been out of my mind. I've been searching.
What you been searching for, Odessa?
For so long. Nobody like you. Nowhere.
Paul Baker had your vinyl back then, Glenn.
Makes me
Yeah, man.
what I do. If I never had someone like you. You never know just what you got until you let it slip away.
Don't you get fired, Nora. Checking out some Glenn Jones now.
Then my heart will never be the same. True love is oh so rare. It's something that's hard to find. So if you got someone special, take my advice and hold on tight. Don't let her go if she means something to you. You might find yourself searching from the yellow brick road to the end of the rainbow. Nobody promised you a pot of gold. If you know like I know, you better take care of business.
That's your jam, Pua.
Not ever find another who will treat you the way that she did. So I've been searching for so long. Nobody like you. Nowhere, yeah. The stays on my
We taking it back, Lisa.
If I never had someone like you.
Paul said he still got his vinyl. What about you, Glenn? We ain't got no vinyl, man. I don't know about you. I ain't got no vinyl. It's all God. Smiling at you too, Nora. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to like some good R&B, smooth music, she says, Glenn. Got Princess dancing. Then Naya said she can remember those days singing in the mirror, Glenn.
Wow.
Yeah, this music will take you back to some beautiful times. Bring it, Glenn. Ooh. Two-step with me, poor. That thing's still bumping, Glenn.
Hey, man. Hey.
Ooh. Yeah, we all keep searching for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Down.
Yeah, so you were searching for a hit back then, huh, Glenn?
Hey, brother, I found it, man. I went
saying.
up to Jersey. Went up to Jersey and worked with Bernard, and I told him I had an idea for a song, you know. And I got on the piano and started playing a few chords, and he said, "Okay, I got you." And man, we were so excited, you know. And it's funny because a friend of mine who's a songwriter, you know, they said, "Wow, man, that song, man, that song is country, man. It's country, you know. It's like so you just saying that because it's got that gospel thing on it, but
It
watch
does,
and
though.
see
Got
what
it.
happens, yeah,
Right?
man. It's all
It
good.
worked. And let them know who Bernard is. You be spitting that name out, but they don't know. But they
Bernard
gotta
Bell.
know who he is.
Yeah, Bernard Bell is an amazing songwriter and producer. Bernard is Regina Bell's brother, and he was Teddy Riley's right-hand guy. You
And
know,
he wrote which
working
song
on,
for Michael? What song was it?
Remember the Times.
There you go.
Yeah. Remember the Times, and then he worked on, you know, other stuff for Guy, and he co-wrote "I Like the Way," you know, for High Five. You know,
Right.
he co-wrote "Let's Chill" for Guy. You know, so
he's-
Bernard is a very talented guy, man. You know, love his work. Love his
Me
work.
too. I'd love to have him on the show one day as well. Yeah, he's a beautiful cat too, man. Very beautiful brother.
Yes, he is.
I'll tell you what. What was going on with Here I Go? What was up with that one?
Oh man, I wrote that song. I was at home, and this was one. You know how you get those ideas like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and you go downstairs to your lab, you know, and that's what came to me, man. And I came up with that song, and I actually held out on that song. That was the last song that I presented to Sylvia Rome when I was at Atlantic Records, you know.
Okay.
And, you know, we were looking for the single. And she said, you know, what were you holding on to this for? You know, so I played it, and they loved it. They said this is the first single, so it was a #1 record.
Here I Go
And,
Again was a #1
yeah.
record, right?
Yes, sir, Doc. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It just came to me, you know, in chronologically, you know, it's like Show Me was #3, We've Only Just Begun was #2, and Here I Go Again was #1. I actually considered We've Only Just Begun to be a #1 song because at the time, Michael Jackson was a notch above me. You know, I
Right.
was sitting at #2. And
Right.
come on, man, what you gonna do with that?
You know what I'm saying?
know?
You couldn't kick him. You couldn't kick him.
Yeah,
I still
so I
consider it a #1 record. I
Yeah,
still
that's
say
what
that.
I say, man. That's
Yeah.
what I say. Huh? Hey, look, you know. So, but it was a great time, man. You know, doing music back then, and you know, it was more of the, you know, creative thing, not so much of just, you know, finding, you know, samples and loops and stuff. We were doing like, you know, great songs, and we were doing it with real musicians. You know, I mean, I remember doing sessions with, strings, you know, string section, you know, and
Right.
all of that good stuff, man, and having arrangers to arrange, you know, the string and horns and stuff. And it was just a different time.
Paul Baker said it was #1 in their eyes. You know,
Yeah,
so
okay.
let you know how folks is rolling. You know what I mean?
Right. Right on. Right on.
Well,
Right
here
on.
was the #1 record, y'all. Here I Go Again. This is Glenn Jones.
That's good.
Sylvia Rhone knew what she was talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What you think about it, Nico? What? Nora says, real music, Glenn.
Right on.
Love has a mind of its own.
Samira, how you doing, girl? Got Glenn Jones on deck.
Takes control. You try and try, but
Yo, Vic,
Yes.
I sent you Melancholy Fire, the record that I did with Norman Connors. I don't know whether you want to do it or not, but I
If I can get it. Let me see if I can get it. Did you put it in the email?
Yes, sir.
Let's see if I can get it.
the second time around. Since you came in my life, everything's nice. I'm floating on a cloud. You've been more than a lover. You've been my friend. And with you by my side, I know that I can win. Yeah. It feels just like the very
This computer's internet is messing up, Glenn.
Oh, okay.
The broadcast computer is on the other side of the room.
Right. Okay.
Man, wish I had it.
Special. It makes me smile whenever I'm with you. I feel just like a child. Understanding and sensitive is what you are. You're my everything, baby. Girl, you're
Let you know
so
when we gotta drop the
they say it can be better the second time around. Since you came in my life, everything's nice. Floating on a cloud, you've been more than a lover. You are my friend, and with you by my side, I know that I can win.
And you was winning, baby. You was winning.
It feels just like the very first time.
I'm catching that heart, Lisa.
Girl, you know you blow my mind.
That's right, Paul. You got to dig them out now. You're going to dig in the crates tonight, Glenn. Denai said, thank you for some beautiful music, Glenn.
My pleasure.
Real music from Nora.
You are my everything, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't ever take your love from me, baby.
Nico said she can't stop singing. The words are coming back to her.
Feels like love for the very first time.
Say, Leah, Naomi came in. Naomi, how are you? This is Glenn Jones, girl. Princess says, yes, Mr. Jones. Beautiful song. Paul Baker said, hook me up on Facebook, Glenn.
When I wake up in the morning,
So I
Alright.
guess he's going to send you a request. That's Paul Baker.
Okay. Okay.
He's a producer in the UK.
for the very first time.
We got the UK on the line.
Oh, again. Don't you ever go away.
Here I go again,
Girl, you
y'all.
stole my heart.
Ooh.
Say that we're never apart.
Boy, what some chops you have, boy, and still got them, man. You still got the same thing going on. We shocked the heck out of me when we did that show live. I'm like, wait a minute, Glenn ain't missing a beat, y'all.
Oh man, I had such fun with you and my man Garfield with his crazy.
Garfield, right?
Yeah, he's a maniac. Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you, man, this well, I really can't wait till your new music pops, because I always like to hear what, my brothers is doing lately, because the music, people feel like it's stopped,
Yeah.
and it's because we don't have those big budgets anymore, and we can't, like, push the music like we used to push it with those big, giant record deals, but the music don't stop. As long as you see us walking the streets, the music is going to continue,
I mean, that's what we do. That's who we are.
Yeah.
So, I will forever, be in it as long as God gives me the strength to do it. And there are many times when there are artists that have done some great projects, but you just don't get a chance to hear it or be exposed to it because, the landscape has changed. Radio is different, retail and records, all of that is different now. So it's out there. Sometimes you got to search for it, but it's out there.
And that's why I like to bring people like you on deck so people can see that you guys are still, still got that God-given gift and still doing it out here. And
right.
You mentioned that the Regina Belle and Glenn Jones single is out, right?
Yes, it is. You can go to any of your major platforms. You can go to Spotify or iTunes or any of them. And actually, there's a link on my website, glennjonesmusic.com, that would take you straight there. You can get that, and you can also check out You and Me.
Oh, You and Me? That's a nice joint, man. I'm loving that piece.
Hey, man, now, you know what? I stored that song up for years because back in the day, I used to go to L.A. all the time to work on my projects, and I was out there, and I heard this song come on the radio, and I had never heard it before because, they play different stuff in different parts of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... and they said this cat's name was Rocky Robbins. I'm like, wow, You and Me, I dig that. So years later, I kept saying, I'm going to do it. So when I got ready to do this project, I said, now it's time to pull it out. So this is 30 plus years since anybody's recorded it. So I'm looking forward maybe to hearing something from Rocky, to give me his opinion. Let me know what he thinks,
Well, I'll tell you what, he getting ready to hear it again because I'm getting ready to play that song right now. Let's hear You and Me. Check it out, y'all. Right now, 30 years later, my man's still doing his thing. God gave him that. Glenn Jones, y'all, special guest. The wonderful Glenn Jones. This is him now, y'all. This is him right now. Check his voice out.
Hey, what you got in that glass?
I got Merlot, baby. I'm the Merlot man, you know what I mean? Little taste of Merlot. This is Merlot Monday.
Yes, sir.
Baby, believe in me, 'cause a stronger love for you from someone else, it could never be.
Wow, Paul.
Saying it's real, it's real, it's real. I never felt this way before.
Scott, this is Glenn Jones.
So say you'll be mine. Together we will open every door.
Shalom, Naomi.
Oh, baby. You and me. Together forever.
I'm feeling you, Paul Baker.
Just us two.
Shelly, greetings to you.
We belong.
Man, Paul Mallard is back.
Just us two. You give me. Now do what you want me to. Maybe we can make it right. We'll be together.
Thank you so much, Meg.
You and me.
Jenny said it's Merlot Monday, Jones. Mr.
Right on.
Jones.
Hey, they call me Jones. That's what my friends call me.
When I was down, my love.
Denai said this is a beautiful song.
Picked me up and made me strong. Yes, it's true.
Respect to you too, Meg.
My love for you makes the night too short and my days too long.
Shelly wants to be connected to you, Glenn Jones.
Hit me up. Hit me up.
Hit him up, Shelly.
Sunshine on a cloudy day. And
Thanks,
I
Mr.
thank
Baker.
you for helping me to take this loneliness away.
I hear that, Princess. Ooh, you and me.
Forever.
That's what I'm talking about. I love this joint, Glenn.
You and me belong together, sharing everything that we do. Yeah.
Still got that voice, don't he, y'all? Something new by Glenn
Maybe we can
Jones.
make it right. We'll be together forever. All right.
Denai said, Glenn, you have a beautiful voice.
Man,
And that man rocking that guitar, too. What?
yes, sir.
And y'all keep your eye on Jenny. She's giving you some links for y'all to check out my man, Glenn Jones.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this album, man, you know, there's three things that's happening with this record. You know, this record is about it's about love and relationships. It's about family,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about, you know, having a connection to a higher power. That's what my album is about, man. And when you get it, you'll understand what I'm saying.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so great, man. She says, Shelly is like on you. She says, I love this. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Paul Baker says he'd love to have you singing on one of his songs, so he definitely wants you to hit him up.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And Meg says, take me back in time. She loves it.
Yeah.
And musical voice, Princess Abalea says. You know, so they loving you, you know.
Yeah, man.
Nico
It's good.
says you haven't missed a beat.
Well, it's good to be loved, my brother.
Man,
You know?
the love is all over you tonight, man. But, you know, look what you're doing, man. You're doing some great stuff.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Well, you know, you come from the same school that I come from. Matter of fact, I thought about you a few weeks back because I went to Detroit for Aretha's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about, you know, your connection and your relationship with her. And, you know, it's funny, man. You know, we come from a time and an era where we were able to, you know, be connected to so many great people. I mean, you know, not just the you know, the brand or, you know, the visual thing, you know, but great artists, great creative
people,
musical people, the actual people, man. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I used to get a kick out of working with her, you know, doing, you know, I would do Caesar's Palace and Radio City with her, and I would go to fly to Detroit and do a birthday party, and she was always a big fan of mine, man. And I just couldn't believe that. That was
what an honor.
That, yeah, definitely an honor, man, that someone of this stature
right
would dig what I was doing, man. I'm like, wow, you know.
You know, that reminds me of when I went to Radio City right after I got finished her album. And I'm sitting in the audience. You know, I only did like 3 songs on her, but I'm sitting in the audience, and all of a sudden, you know, I grew up on Aretha Franklin, so I felt like a kid in the studio with her anyway. And she said, you know, I have a new album out, ladies and gentlemen. And I have a new producer named David Pitt Conley, did some songs. You got to imagine what I felt like when she said that at Radio City. I like melted in my chair.
Dude.
Like, what?
Hey, just to hear her call your name, right? Hey.
And then, not only that, check it out. After it was over, we're standing up. Me and Josh Thompson were standing up. You know, that's one of Joe's producers and writers. And here comes Clive Davis, and he comes over to me. He says, hey, Pick, did you hear how she announced your name like that? I'm like, what? You know, here we got 2 giants come smacking me around that night. I'm like, man, that was one of those you know, it's one of those moments that, you know, you don't really expect, but when they happen, you just kind of honor it because, you know, she's so great. I mean, you know, and I always,
Right.
I mean, I grew up on her, so, you know,
Right.
even me working with her was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to produce her? You know what I mean?
Right.
What the
Yeah, it's
heck
kind of
am I doing in
intimidating,
there?
right? You know, it's a little scary. You
Yeah,
know,
man. I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing here?
yeah,
you know.
yeah, man.
All I got to do
Great.
is, what, sit there because she didn't need no help.
Oh man, come on, man.
She was
Incredible, man.
the only artist I think that I've ever worked with that sang a song from front to end and says, what are we going to do now?
Right.
And the
right,
record was
right.
done. See, a lot of people think that that's the way it's done anyway. But in the
Right.
studio, sometimes we work on a song for hours and hours. Sometimes
Yeah.
we come back the next day and still tweak it and come back again and say, man, you know what?
Exactly.
You know, when we did Happy, you know, Bernard, he felt like he did the demo, the 4-track demo, better than the record. So we kept going back, and I kept telling him, like, dude, the
Yeah.
record is done. You know, he just
Right.
couldn't face it. You know, he just
Right.
couldn't fathom that he didn't do it as good as the demo.
Right. Yeah.
But you didn't know
yeah.
that. You didn't know that before because now look at it. It's still, the record still lives. It still lives
Yeah.
on. So you know.
But see that's what happens, you know, when you do, you know, that kind of music, you know, the music that's timely but timeless, man. It's like
hmm
some things just last, you know, they stand the test of time, you know. And when you're talking about, you know, so many great artists, you know, that came early on, you know, that's the kind of records that they did, and that was the goal, you know, to do that kind of music. I mean, you know, Stevie Wonder did that kind of music every time he stepped into the studio, every time
Right.
he stepped in front of a mic, you know, and it's like it's right on time, even right now today, and that's always been my wish, you know, my goal to do that type of music. And I have songs that, you know, Show Me, I did Show Me 34 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, we've only just begun 31 years ago. You know,
Wow.
so
You and Me was 30 years old too.
yeah, man.
Well, you just
So,
did it. You just sang it, but it was like you
I-
said, you got the idea 30 years ago.
Yeah, I got the idea 30 years ago. So you know, here we are, man. Here we are.
Excuse me. Wow. Well, you know, I got to play this Regina Bell joint one more time before you get up out of here, man, because you
Hey,
know,
man.
you know what it is, you know, because, you know, Gina, of course, is a good friend of mine as well, too. You know, she sang
Right.
on a couple of our records as well. And matter of fact, made number one with one of them, You Are My Everything. So here's
Yeah.
a tribute to you, Regina, as well, you know, and I'm
Right
loving this
on.
cut, Glenn. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
man.
for giving it to us. Here it is once again. We got Glenn Jones. Wait, oh, almost messed up. Almost played the wrong cut.
All right, don't do it, Pig.
No, I ain't gonna do it. Let me go back to Love by Design now. Come on now. You would have been like, wait a minute, that's Chris Jasper.
Wow. Yeah,
I was getting
which
ready
is
to hit the Caravan of
yeah.
Love.
That's one of my favorite records anyway.
Well, you know, we had Chris on last week and the computer messed up and I didn't get a chance to play Caravan of Love, so I had it lined up
Uh-oh.
after you, so I'm definitely gonna hit
Yeah.
him up. Anyway,
Yeah.
here we go once again. This is Glenn Jones and Regina Bell. Here we go. Love by Design. Well, man, it's nice on the guitar too, Glenn.
Oh yeah.
We can play the notes as they were written.
And better.
We can color in between the lines. We could both release our inhibition.
This is Glenn Jones,
Create a
everybody.
love that's only yours and mine.
100 points from Naomi, Glenn.
Ooh, let's make love.
Yeah.
Our own design.
Is that beautiful, Chelly?
All the things. Let's make love. Our own design.
I hear that, Chelly.
Oh, baby.
Paul Baker says big respect, Glenn.
We can paint
Yo.
the picture by the numbers.
Oh, here's my girl.
We can always do it by the book. We can
Shalom,
do things
Elijah.
others only wonder.
My man.
How it feels.
school, Elijah. You with this? I hear that, Katrina. Mr. John Wick, we got Glenn Jones on the line, John. I know you probably worked with him before. Thanks a lot, Baker. Thanks for stopping by. Paul says goodbye, Glenn. Thanks a lot for the memories.
All right, Baker.
How you doing, Mr. Wake? You got it, Paul. Take care. How you doing, Emmett? Shelly said, put some music on me, dear.
Let's make love. We can leave the world behind. Do whatever we're inclined.
We got you, Chipper.
Where our hearts
Says,
are
what's good, my man?
Let's make love, baby. Come on, babe. I'm ready, babe. I'm ready, babe. Let's make it our own.
I'm going to get a call from John Wick. Mr. Glenn, he wants you to do some shows out in Arizona.
Hey, let's do
We
it.
make love. Let's make love.
Shelly says, bye, Glenn.
All right.
Oh, baby.
Hey, Pick, I
Yes.
know that you know. I know you know Audrey Wheeler, right?
Of course.
Audrey Wheeler Downing. Well, that's who's killing that background.
Oh, wow. Well, she's she's been working with like great people like Luther Vandross, of course, and
Forever, yeah.
Lisa. What's Lisa's last
Fisher.
name? Lisa Fisher. Yeah, had a little brain
Yes.
fart. Yeah.
Yeah,
Her and Lisa
yeah.
was the beast, and there was one other background singer that they used to hang with.
Cindy Mizell.
Cindy. There you
Yeah.
go. Them three
Yeah.
girls.
Yes, sir. Wasn't
Man.
nothing nice. Wasn't
I'll tell you though.
nothing nice about
I'll
that.
tell you though, Gwen Guthrie, she was one of them girls too on that background. She was pretty fierce when she was walking these
I know.
lanes.
Yeah, I loved Gwen, man. She was real cool. I worked with her a couple of times. Sweet person.
We get ready to
man.
do it, Bez. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, it was absolutely fabulous, man. So I hope you come back with the whole album.
Yeah,
so
man.
we can check it out, all right? Because it's just wonderful seeing you again and just loving your new
You too.
music. As well as your old music is always going to remind me of good times.
Yeah, brother. Yeah,
And-
man. But,
Well, where are you
We
singing
gotta-
at next? Where's your next show?
my next show is here in Atlanta Sunday. I'll be at the City Winery. Actually, this is my second appearance. I was there back in September,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted to do a back by popular demand.
Okay.
So I'll be there on the 18th. I'll be in New Orleans on December 28th with Frankie Beverly, Angela Winbush,
Oh, that's a good one.
and
Are y'all hearing this?
Show Underwood. Yeah, Show Underwood
Okay, guys, where's that going to be at? In New Orleans.
in New Orleans. Yeah, at the Singer Theater.
Singer Theater, did y'all catch that? New Orleans, Naomi? There you go. Who my New Orleans folks. So y'all check that out. And then where after that?
After that, I'll be in D.C. January 3rd at the City Winery in D.C.
Okay, City Winery. Okay, folks. Y'all got a
Kansas City,
preview.
January 18th.
Kansas City. Oh, wait, Auntie, January 18th. That's when I go in the hospital to get my knee replaced, actually.
Oh, wow, man.
So you'll be singing for me up, and while I'm getting like cut on.
Wow,
yeah,
dude.
gotta get
Yeah.
one of my knees replaced. It ain't too much fun getting old.
It's better than the alternative, bruh. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
absolutely. I don't like that box.
Yeah. No. Ain't not looking forward to that at all. But
Yeah, well, everybody got to get there, but
yeah.
I ain't ready. Too much music
hear you.
left.
Yeah, man.
So listen, that's a nice little schedule you got going on here, guys. Y'all heard it right straight from his mouth, and y'all heard some of his new music. I hope y'all jump on some of his one more time on your social media. Give it to him once again because we got short memories.
Okay, at IG, it's Real Glenn Jones.
That's
Twitter,
Instagram.
yeah, Twitter, Real Glenn Jones. Facebook, just Glenn Jones, and then you can get me and see my whole schedule, everything I'm doing at glennjonesmusic.com. They got the links on there where you can order this brand new product. You can order the song with Regina Bell, and you can check out You and Me on my brand new album. And the album is entitled Love by Design. That's the name of the album.
Okay, now.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful. Well, we can't wait till that comes out. That's going to be in February, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Beautiful, man. Well, once again, man, just love you, and thank you so much for coming on board with us.
You too, Pick, man. Good talking to you, bro.
You bet. Take care now.
All right. Right on.
Okay. And now, last week, we had the wonderful Mr. Chris Jasper from the Isley Brothers here, and Isley Jasper Isley. And we didn't get a chance to play the song that everybody wanted to hear, so I'm going to play it tonight for you guys. I'm only going to play a piece of it because they might try to cut me off with this one, okay? Sony acts a little funny. So this is Caravan of Love, guys. Check it out. You got this guy? Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Thanks, boss.
Are you ready for the time of your life? It's time to stand up and fight. It's alright. It's alright.
All right, I know y'all were loving that segment with Mr. Glenn Jones. What a wonderful artist. Hope you guys appreciated it. And this is Caravan of Love. Chris Jasper, we had him on last week, y'all. Shalom, Zedadia.
With hearts of gold, now the children of the world can see there's a better way for us to be.
I got you, John Wick, I got you.
The place where mankind was born is so neglected and torn, torn apart. Every moment,
How you doing out there, Lydia?
join the caravan of love. Everybody take a stand. Join the caravan of love. I'm your brother. I'm your brother. Don't you know? I'm your brother. I'm your brother. Don't you know? We'll be living in a world of peace. In the day when everyone is free.
This is Isley, Jasper Isley. Our special guest last week, Chris Jasper from the Isley Brothers and Isley Jasper Isley. Caravan of Love.
Join the caravan of love. Everybody take a stand. Join the caravan of love. I'm your brother.
And that was Caravan of Love, you guys. That was Chris Jasper singing with Isley Jasper Isley. So let me just play a little bit of, I think I'll lighten it up with a little bit of Resurface here. How about a little bit of We Can Fly? Here we go, y'all.
Yeah. Let's ride, babe, ride, babe, ride, babe, ride, babe. Ooh, nothing you heard of.
Yeah.
Could ever come close to this.
Let's fly a little
No,
bit.
I'm not dreaming about sexual healing.
Thank you so much, Glenn, for stopping
A little
by.
bit deeper.
Hope y'all appreciated it.
Hugging and kissing.
I know I did.
Think a little higher. Now your spirit's on fire. I've been thinking to myself and thinking about you.
You're welcome,
and knowing
babe.
what I got in this world with you. So let's take a ride, ride to that special place in your soul. We can ride, let's ride, we can fly away. 'Cause making love to your mind is magic. It's more than a sexual thing. We can ride, let's ride, we can fly away. 'Cause making love to your mind is magic. It's more than a sexual. This. We can ride. Nothing you heard of, but below the surface, digging your aura. It's not sexual healing. It's a little bit deeper.
Thank you, Princess.
Hugging and kissing. Think a little higher. Now your spirit's on fire. I've been thinking to myself and thinking about you and knowing what I got in this world with you. So let's take a ride, ride to that special place in my soul. We go ride,
Let's ride, y'all.
let's ride, we can fly away.
Let's fly away with the memories of Glenn Jones.
'Cause making love to your mind is magic. It's more than a sexual thing. We can ride, let's ride, let's ride. We can fly away. 'Cause making love to your mind is magic. It's more than a sexual thing.
What's good, Brian?
We can ride.
This is Resurface.
Ride till the day becomes night.
We can
Fly to the
fly.
stars in the sky. Journey to the end of the line. End of the line. End of the line.
Where's my
Living in
Pura?
the ocean of love.
Where you at, girl?
One more step and we're there.
Let's fly. Come on.
Come on, let's ride. We can fly away. 'Cause make love to your mind is magic. It's more than a sexual thing. We can ride, ride, and we can fly away.
Can we fly together?
'Cause making love to your mind is magic. It's more than a sexual thing.
Oh, yeah. And that was We Can Fly. All right. A little bit of Resurface there. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Oops. Let's see. See what we can do here. You know what I want to hear? I want to hear something that I just personally love. How Do You Let Go of a Star? This is Art of Soul. Let's read that first. Here we go. How do you let go of a star, y'all? When you really got one? Or when it's falling from the sky? Let's let the Art of Soul tell us in a beautiful harmonic way. Check it out. What's good, Ron?
We grew up in a small town, just north of Philly.
There she is, Pooh.
Silver dreams in a yearbook. Back then seemed silly. Made plans for the future. Even asked me for my name. Never thought I would lose her. But now our heart belongs to fame. Have you seen her on the video? Looking hot as hell, yo. And
I love this harmony, y'all.
How she looked on that day she went away. How do you let go of a star when the way she said I love you, babe, keeps running through your mind, your mind. You wait up, but she don't call.
What?
Silent whispers fall.
Silent whispers call.
How do you let go of a star?
That's
From my
harmony.
photos and white tux, she's dressed in black silk. Champagne vows in the bridal suite, just castles in the sky that she built.
Shalom, Solomon.
Been damn near 2 years.
Arian, where you been? I was looking for you when Glenn was on board.
I drown in blue tears, 'cause it's
He's
just
gonna be in
your
New
voice
Orleans.
on the radio. Oh, yeah. And I still remember how she looked on that day she went away.
How do you let go of a star when the way she said I love you, babe, keeps running through your mind?
It just keeps running through your mind.
You wait up, but she don't call. She don't call. Silent whispers fall. They fall across
You
the
got it,
line.
Solomon.
How do you let go of a star? Were there words I didn't say?
Watch this harmony.
Things I didn't do.
Check it out, Arian.
Seeing visions in the dark. Did another steal your heart? Oh yeah, falling. Till I love you. Oh, windblown sands again.
What?
Love on the windblown sands again.
Oh my God.
Somebody tell me how do you let go when all you're living for is gone? The way she said I love, but it keeps running, running through your mind. Whispers fall in the silence, just keep on falling through the night. Tell me what should I do? Maybe I should light a candle in the window.
Or get down on my knees and say, Lord, would you please bring her back to me?
How do we let go of Glenn Jones tonight, y'all? Hope y'all enjoyed him as much as I did. And he is a star. He's one of our stars, one of our great vocalists that's with us right now. Absolutely. And that was the Art of Soul, y'all. How do you let go of a star? And this is to a very sweet lady. This one's called Ageless.
Everybody thinks I'm crazy.
It's my little
And
sweetheart,
maybe it's a
y'all.
little bit true. Crazy to believe that I could find someone like you.
Wasn't that nice, Linda?
Everybody thinks I'm silly. Really, it just
Yes, you
might
can,
be
Solomon.
silly to believe that someone like you could love me. I can see the judgment in their eyes.
They think it's scandalous.
The questions running through their
They don't
minds.
understand us. They think that we should not be together.
How you doing,
But I'm
Hadessa?
holding on to you forever.
Sweetheart,
Our
Linda.
love is ageless, ageless, like poems on pages, ageless, ageless.
coolest song.
Older or younger, it's just a number. What we have is ageless.
What you got, Solomon?
Some say it's about your money.
Ooh, some say it's because you're young, but they fail to realize that our hearts beat as one.
Take care, Arian. I got a feeling that you're leaving us, so peace to you, okay?
When I look into
Love having
the
you here.
future, I just see you and I.
We're just like old soulmates trapped in time. I see honesty in your eyes,
Feel it too.
your heart declaring that you're
And
mine.
that's how it for you.
I know that we were meant to be together, so I'll be holding on to you forever.
I got you, Solomon.
Our love is ageless, ageless, like poems on pages, ageless, ageless, like Picasso's paintings, ageless, 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 older or younger, it's just a number. What we have is ageless. When love is heaven sent, all other things becomes irrelevant. 'Cause we know that time
Isn't that
after
sweet,
time,
Arian?
the staring of eyes will soon say goodbye.
I didn't know I was writing it for someone.
Is in your heart. Nothing should ever tear you apart.
When love is the bond among you,
Thank you,
let
Princess.
no man put asunder. Ageless, ageless, like poems on pages, ageless, ageless, like Picasso's paintings, ageless,
Like
ageless,
Picasso's paintings, ageless.
older or younger, it's just a number. What we have is ageless.
And that was Ageless. I'm not sure what record I'm going to put it on yet, but time will come. For now, I'll just give it to you here on the Prince David Late Night Show. And that was a request. And we have another request out here, guys, and I'm going to give it to Mr. Solomon right now. He wants to hear, I'll see you in the kingdom. So that's what we're going to give him. Here it is. I'll see you in the kingdom, guys.
I can't explain my feelings right now. And the questions I ask, there's no rhyme or reason how. All I know is I had a best friend for a while, but now she's gone. And I can't believe it. No, I just can't believe it.
Thank you, Luciana.
Now she's wrapped up in his arms of love, yeah. And her faith in the Lord says she's kept as she's endured. And Lord's will, one day I'll see her face again,
This is
smiling at
Holy
me with
Sounds
open
of
arms.
Surface.
Yeah. Promises we try to make. Yeah. Even from hearts so pure, broken. But when he calls your name, but when he calls your name, but when he calls your name, have to go, have to go. In the kingdom, when it's all said and
Yes, it
done,
is.
in the kingdom,
Danaya.
when the victory is won, in the kingdom,
Thanks, Solomon.
I'll be with my friend again. Remembering all the good and the bad times.
Zachary.
Scriptures we share stays constantly on my mind.
Thank you so much,
He
Denaya.
said tomorrow might not
You'll find it on
arrive.
Download from Heaven.
I'll keep believing
Holy Sounds of
that
Surface.
I'll be received in. Right now she's resting in his arms of love, yeah. And her faith in the Lord says she's kept as she's endured.
We have to endure.
And Lord's will, I'll see her face again. Oh, I believe, and I know she'll be alright. That we try to make, even from hearts so pure or broken. But when he called your name, right there, at that moment, gotta go.
Gotta go.
But I'll see you again with that smile on your face. But when he calls your name, but when he calls your name, but when he calls your name,
That's right, Solomon.
but when he calls your name, have to go in the kingdom. When it's all
I feel you,
said and
Katrina.
done, when the victory is won,
Oh, yeah, I feel you,
when the
Gail.
Lord calls me in, I'll be with my friend again. Promises we try to make, even from
No, that's Preach.
so pure
Singing lead.
are broken. But when he calls your name, that moment it's time to say goodbye, goodbye.
Sometimes it's time to say goodbye, y'all. You know, that was the Holy Sounds of Surface, and you can find that on surfaceresurface.com as well as originalroyalty.com and anywhere else. Name of the album is Download from Heaven, in case you guys don't have it yet, you know, so go on and pick it up. There's a lot of beautiful songs on there, okay? And this is my good friend Hunter Hayes, and this is called Spanish Love Song. Check it out. I love this. It's beautiful.
I fell in love out on the sea. That was the first time you made love to me. We sailed into paradise on a ship called Spanish Love Song. That night the stars came out in time. They sang a love song for you and me. We won't ever let it go. This sweet and mellow Spanish love song.
Hey, Jaco, how you doing?
La 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 la. La 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 la. Sail away, sail away, and when you're sailing
Why, thank you, Michael. It's beautiful.
Tell all my friends that's where I want got to ride success on this old ship called Spanish Love Song.
Sing it, Hannah.
Into a sunset called Spanish Love Song. That night the stars came out in time. They sang a love song for you and me. We must never let it go. No, 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 this Spanish love song.
Hey, Kimber. All right, that was Hunter Hayes, y'all. I wonder if it's time for me to play something from my new flute CD that's coming up. Can I play just 2 songs for y'all? With me playing the flute. This one is called Morning Romance. This is brand new. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I'm even finished with this thing. Me and Gene Lake put this together just recently, and kind of like the way it sounds. So let me see if y'all like it. This is coming on my new CD. It's not out yet. It'll be out probably next year, I'm sure. And but the album's going to be called Genesis, and it's a flute CD, so it's got mostly all flute stuff. Okay, here it is. Morning Romance. For you early morning lovers. Thanks, Josiah. Good night, Princess. Glad to see you stopping by. All right, bring you a little instrumental fire. And that was Morning Romance. Give you a little bit of Walking in New Jerusalem before we walk up out of here, y'all. How about that? Come on. Give you a little bit of Holy Sounds of Surface.
Walking down the street in New Jerusalem takes my breath away. Walking down the street in New Jerusalem, smiling every day.
Oh yeah, come on, y'all.
Walking down the street in New Jerusalem takes my breath away.
Ooh, I stepped into the garden. It was filled with purple rain. The land was filled
Thanks,
with
Mike.
children just playing round and showing us the way. I never thought that I could find a place so beautiful, arriving from the heaven's gate. And every face I saw was filled with love and happiness, forever in this place. Oh,
Was it a dream or my imagination?
Come on, Samir.
Or could it be my final destination? I feel alive, it makes me wanna sing, living with the King of Kings. So I Jerusalem, smiling every day. Walking down the street in New Jerusalem takes my breath away. Walking down the street in New Jerusalem, smiling every day. Walking down the street in New Jerusalem takes my breath away.
ooh, I'm walking on the streets of gold. I hear the waterfalls calling out my name. And there's no need for sunlight when he's around, because darkness hides his face. And all the city gates were open for his righteousness, and holy is her name. And we can't forget the tree of life that's in the midst, as we're basking in his grace. Oh,
Was it a dream or my imagination? Or could it be my final destination? I feel alive, it makes me wanna sing, living with the King of
That was Walking in New Jerusalem, y'all. Should I play? Let me play this beautiful song right here. This is called Up and Down.
You got my head spinning in circles. You got my body jumping over hurdles. And I can't get enough. Oh, I used to want nobody. You are the only one. You made me feel like somebody. But baby, you showed me who you are. I don't wanna give you another chance. And baby, I know that you can't stand it. I'm on a roller coaster with you. I'm not gonna be a fool for you no more. Your love is going up and down.
Up and down
Don't
with
wanna go round and
Nina.
round with you. Your love is going up
That's
and
right.
down. Don't wanna go round and round with you. Your love is going up and down, up and down,
Well, looks
up
like
and down.
Facebook took me up
Your
and
love
down
is going
tonight,
up and
y'all.
down, up and down,
That's
up and
okay.
down.
We got a chance to bring you Glenn Jones tonight, okay?
Driving around town.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Even when I'm with you, I feel by myself. I don't need your love, no. I know I don't need nobody. I am the only
Had a great night with Glenn
Makes me
Jones,
feel
y'all.
like somebody.
And that was Nina talking about Up and Down. We get ready to get up on out of here now, y'all, okay? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Anyway, hey, let's bring you Psalm 139. Haven't played this in a while, and as you know, this is my good night number, and I want to say good night to each and every one of you. And I want to have a special, special good night to my special guest this evening. His name, Glenn Jones. Thank you so much for coming by, Glenn. Good night to you.
If I go up to the heavens, you are there.
Good night to Bez, Josiah, Jenny,
And if I lie
Meg,
beneath the
Aniko,
earth,
Princess,
I know you're there. And
Ariane,
if I rise at dawn or cross the sea, your hand is guiding me.
so many folks tonight.
From your spirit, nowhere can I flee.
Good night, Yuchana. Shalom to you
You
as well.
perceive my thoughts and words before I speak. And you discern my ways in all I hold.
Good night to you, Pua,
The
Katrina,
unending knowledge
Linda,
that
Gail
you hold is
Simpson,
too high for me to know. From your
Danaya.
presence,
Good night, Melissa.
nowhere can I go.
Good night, Solomon.
You
Michael.
create
Thanks for sharing, Michael.
wonderfully made me.
Princess, thank you. Good night.
I was woven in the womb by your holy hands, and before I came to be, you preordained me to live my life for you. Oh God, if I go
If I go up to the heavens, you are there.
there you are, Lord.
And if I lie beneath the earth, I know you're there.
I know that you're there, and if I rise at dawn,
Across the
I know that your hand is guiding me. Yeah.
from your spirit, nowhere can I flee.
Oh Lord, you perceive my thoughts and words,
Thoughts and words
and you discern my ways.
discern my ways.
Hello?
Yes, you do, Lord.
Hello?
The unending knowledge that
We
you
are still
hold
on. Periscope and YouTube.
It is too high for me.
Get ready to cut off in a minute.
know.
I'll talk to you in a second.
Nowhere can I go. Lord, you created me. You wonderfully made me. I was woven in the womb by your holy hands. And before I came to be, you preordained me to live my life for you. See, you designed a life with me in mind, and you birthed me at the appointed time, equipped me with all that I need to fulfill the things you purposed for me. You designed a life, oh God, and you birthed me, placed me in the context of time, and gave me everything I need to fulfill your purpose, Lord. So I give you my heart, I give you my mind, I give you my body, Lord. My life belongs to you. Oh Lord, renew my mind. I submit my body a living sacrifice to you, Lord. So to your will I say yes. Somebody say yes. If you surrender, say yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Have your way in my life. Yes, I'll go where you want me to go. Yes, I'll do what you want me to do. Yes, I'll say what you want me to say. Hey, hallelujah, Lord. I surrender myself to your will, oh God. Have your way, have your way, oh Lord.
Okay, I want to say good night to each and every one of you guys. Shalom, and thank you so much for coming out to see and hear some great music, okay? I will see you guys on Thursday, okay? Good night.